The Smothers Brothers are back with a primetime feast.
Whitney Houston has a hot commercial for a cold drink.
Goldie Hawn finds stardom in her fortune cookie.
And life these days for Liza Minnelli is just a piece of cake.
Plus, a Michael Jackson exclusive as Entertainment Tonight brings the party to your place for Tuesday, February 2nd, 1988.
Tell you what, why don't I have my people call your people and we'll do lunch? Great!
Hi, everybody. I'm John Tesh.
And I'm Mary Hart. Michael Jackson is ready to begin the U.S. leg of his world tour this month. And while the songs, moves, and stage pyrotechnics will all be there, fans will also get to see a private side of Michael not seen before.
Just beat it, beat it, beat it.
Jackson's commercial success is assured. Thriller is the biggest selling album of all time. 3 #1 singles off the Bad album make Jackson the leading music artist of the decade. But his latest single has poignant political and moral overtones and states the case that in order to save the world, you have to take a close look at yourself.
If you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and then make that shine. Starting with the man in the mirror. Oh, yeah.
The name of the song is Man in the Mirror, and we'll have the world broadcast premiere of the new Jackson video in its entirety coming up in just a few minutes.
Commerce is still the engine that drives television, and Whitney Houston is about to add some hot coals to a new advertising campaign from Diet Coke.
Whitney Houston has been called the most successful female singer of the 80s. She's had 6 #1 singles, is currently nominated for 3 Grammys, and picked up 2 American Music Awards last week.
Just for the taste of it. Coke, yeah.
In addition, Diet Coke went all out to create a new commercial featuring her talents. It's true that the hectic pace of the last year has had an effect on this singer.
It's made me a lot stronger, and I don't know.
You've grown.
Yeah.
She's grown.
I'm a lot more, I think, secure, you know, with myself, and I don't know, kids don't pick on me anymore.
Whitney is now looking to something completely different, and moviegoers may soon see her up on the big screen.
I'm just running through a whole lot of scripts right now. I'm just looking for that right one, you know, and I haven't quite come across it yet. I've come close, but not quite. So when that happens, then you'll see me on the silver screen, I guess.
The Whitney Houston commercial has aired only once so far during the American Music Awards, but Diet Coke is happy with using top music stars to push their product. The next group set to do a Diet Coke ad is Earth, Wind & Fire.
Just when things are going well for Kate and Allie, Joe Namath will make an appearance on the show that threatens to break up the team.
You never forgot a play, but you never remembered a date.
Oh, there are a few of them I remember, but I'm a married man now, so I try to forget.
Namath, playing himself, shows sorry need for a personal assistant to organize his life. After hitting it off with Kate, she takes the full-time job, leaving Allie alone to fend for herself.
You know a lot about football, too?
Oh, hey, I can slam dunk with the best of them.
Namath appears in a special Kate and Allie airing tomorrow night. The series currently ranks 32nd for the season to date, but CBS has been quietly experimenting with new nights and time slots for the show.
The Smothers Brothers epitomized the generation gap of the late 60s. Loved and supported by young viewers, CBS disliked their political humor and anti-war barbs. The Smothers lost round 1. Round 2 is about to begin.
Once upon a time we were on TV. Every Sunday night we knocked them dead.
This Wednesday night, Tom and Dick Smothers return to their old stomping ground, CBS, for a 1-hour reunion special. It features many old regulars from a series that proved to be ahead of its time.
Hi, weren't we?
The reunion show is really simple. It's very direct. It's a real performance, no trick stuff. It's not technically innovative. It's just pure hello from friends that people remember, and that's what it's supposed to be.
Some of the old guard who will appear include John Hartford and Glenn Campbell, Jennifer Warnes, and one of the show's original writers, Steve Martin.
Well, tell you what. Why don't I have my people call your people and we'll do lunch? Great. Ciao. Adios. Love ya.
You're going to hope that they say, boy, we miss them. We'd like to have them back on on a more regular basis because they bring some intelligence, they bring some thought to television.
Who
which
does?
We do.
Oh.
I'm hoping they're going to think that. I know you don't think that because you're
want to
thoughtless.
fool them again?
Yeah, you're thoughtless anyways.
Thoughtless?
Thoughtless.
That's a stupid thought.
Thank you.
That was not a compliment.
You're welcome.
Coming up next, Liza Minnelli bails out Burt Reynolds in Rent-A-Cop.
And Goldie Hawn from Flower Child to Cactus Flower Child.
Over the past few years, Chevrolet has made a few changes. We've given you the InstaTrack 4x4 system, turbos to go quicker, an anti-lock brake system, and the highest mileage car in the country. So now Chevrolets are even more fun to drive, and so dependable they have a 660 warranty. As for how all those changes have affected Chevrolet, well, we're still America's best-selling cars.
The heartbeat of America. Chevrolet. That's today's Chevrolet.
Try this one.
Gee, that crunch still stands up even though they're sitting in milk.
Wouldn't you stand up if you're sitting in milk?
Post Grape Nut Cereal, the one and only.
To the wonderful wake-up taste of Post cereals, Post adds something different. America's Wake-Up Call Club. For free AT&T long-distance gift certificates from Post cereals to you. Look for details in the mail and soon on Post cereal boxes.
With the unpredictable weather around here, nothing is more comforting than the predictable performance of a front-wheel drive Toyota. Your Toyota dealer has more front-wheel drive models than any other import dealer. Low in maintenance, high in resale. With 18 front-wheel drive models under $10,000 and up to $1,000 in factory-to-dealer incentives on selected Corollas, you should be making tracks to your Toyota dealer. See all the front-wheel drive models at your Toyota dealer now.
Got the no-wax floor blues. It's looking dull, lifeless too. Tiny scratches, trap grease and grime. Embedded dirt, it dulls the shine. Give it the Less Toil lift.
Less Toil has an embedded grease formula that emulsifies and lifts greasy dirt from scratches. So Less Toil lifts away the dullness.
Give it the Less Toil lift. Give it the Less Toil lift. Clean your no-wax floor and feel the dullness lift. Give it the Less Toil lift.
I'm Nancy Mara. What's being done to keep our kids in school? Find out why our children are turned off to education. Tomorrow at 10 on 7.
There was a time when Liza Minnelli was down, but she never counted herself out. After a 6-year-long absence from the big screen, Liza has just completed back-to-back feature films. In a special cover story report, Lisa Gibbons discovered she's returned revitalized. Lisa.
Thanks, John. It's a good time for Liza. Her first movie, Rent-A-Cop, opened to critical praise for Liza, but with disappointing results at the box office. Her second film, the sequel to the blockbuster hit Arthur, should have a built-in audience. But either way, as Liza told me, right now, the work and her friends are the most important things to her.
Look, I'm not begging, but please, we have got to find this guy before he kills me.
Bert and I have known each other, it seems like forever. And so getting back together again after you've both been through so much living and so many ups and downs and things. And it's kind of nice because it's a constant in your life.
I never, ever remember it being this hold up.
Minnelli brings her famous comic touch to her character of a hooker in Rent-A-Cop, but she says that's not how the role was originally conceived.
When I first read the role, it was not written at all like that. It was very serious. In fact, I'm sure it was written with a serious actress in mind, you know, much more kind of glamorous and intriguing.
A sultry type thing.
Yeah, kind of real sultry. And I said to Bert, what do you want from me with this? And he said, funny, I need funny here. I said, oh, all right.
You folks have any children?
Not yet.
6 years after Arthur, Minnelli has reunited with her pal Dudley Moore for the sequel, Arthur on the Rocks, which she says is a case of the more things change, the more they stay the same.
They go through all kinds of things, but they don't change. Basically, she's the one who says, we can make it without money. It's like living rich, but with less, you know. And he's used to living rich, but he's got such a great big heart that he can kind of get through anything.
Liza the singer recorded a new album during a triumphant engagement at Carnegie Hall last year. Some of the songs she sang were a testament to her own successful battle against alcohol and drug abuse.
It's gonna be a bright, sunshiny day.
You really are riding a new wave of popularity. Do you sense that happening?
I sense that people are pleased with the work. I sense that people are on my side, that they're rooting for me. I think they perceived I've changed, and I guess I've changed, you know. So it takes some people longer to grow up than others.
Is that what you think's happened, that you're just grown up?
I think so. I think that I'm just calmer. I'm happier, certainly. I'm certainly healthier. And that does a lot for your concentration.
Minnelli says her new album contains some of her best work yet, and it is as close to live as you are ever going to hear. She's never had commercial success with her albums. This one is doing well.
Great.
It sounds like it's her time. She's got her life really well organized and together, and she seems real happy and looks great.
You know what she said, Mary and John? She said that her marriage is the reason for that, kind of her rock, her foundation. She's been married for about 9 years now, third time around, to a guy who keeps a low profile, a sculptor, Mark Giro, and they really seem to be working on it, and it's going well for her. She deserves it.
I look forward to seeing Arthur, too. That was a great movie, the first one.
Yeah,
right.
Great chemistry.
Thanks, Lisa.
You.
My pleasure.
Over the next few days, we're going to introduce you to some of Hollywood's superstars. However, we're not going to linger on their current achievements. Rather, we're going to take you back to their earliest roles, and we'll see how they were able to break out into stardom. Our first is Goldie Hawn. She was a hit on the television series Laugh-In, but what happened when she was teamed with two film greats?
You know, sitting here alone tonight, it suddenly came over me. I have wasted away my whole life. Do you realize I'm 21?
She was over 21, but when she made Cactus Flower opposite Walter Matthau and Ingrid Bergman, Goldie Hawn of TV's Laugh-In became a bona fide movie star in her first major role. She's had hit movies for years, but it was Cactus Flower in which Goldie first showed she was a natural.
The most normal thing I'd ever done. I wasn't nervous. I was completely and utterly at home. As a matter of fact, Ingrid had told me later on that she couldn't believe that it was the first picture I'd ever done, because it was as if I'd been making movies all my life.
An actor? Isn't that a very insecure profession?
Goldie sparkled as the sweet, sexy girlfriend of swinging dentist Matthau, and co-starring with one of Hollywood's top comedians proved to be funnier than she ever expected.
Do you always stand up there like that?
Well, nobody around here looks. Most of our customers are classical.
I remember that he was very accomplished. And I remember that I had a cold and he was afraid of getting sick, so he sprayed his hands with Lysol. But that's that. But as far as anything else, I tried to, like, work within my own sphere. He's so nuts.
Goldie was beguiling, equal parts naive, mature, tender, sophisticated, and funny. And how could you resist that face? But her best moment in Cactus Flower was her last, her very last, a year later when Goldie won the Academy Award as Best Supporting Actress, and a prize she treasures even more.
The one thing I remember is I got a telegram from Fred Astaire, and I still have the telegram, and it was a congratulatory telegram, and he was, you know, if I ever had someone who I just thought was the greatest thing in the whole entire world, a gift to us from God, it was him.
Hawn currently has 3 movie projects in development. The first is set to begin filming in September.
Heather O'Rourke, the winsome actress who chilled audiences with the phrase, "They're here" in Poltergeist, died yesterday. The exact cause of death isn't known, but her manager says she had been ill with the flu. Heather was 12 years old.
Steven Spielberg was the producer who cast Heather O'Rourke as Carol Ann in the original Poltergeist 7 years ago.
He said that I got the part, and that I'll never forget that day. So it was pretty exciting.
She mesmerized audiences in the first 2 films and will appear in Poltergeist 3, which is due out next summer.
Garrett,
Although Heather O'Rourke's career was short, her performances will live on.
With Pizza Hut's Supreme Deal. Now, our large Supreme Pan Pizza with 6 mouth-watering toppings for a limited time, only $9.99.
Making it hot, making a meal, getting it fast and loving the deal.
Now, America's favorite pizza is making a great deal. Our large Supreme Pan Pizza.